Welcome, this is your friend, the Connoisseur, and today we'll be looking at Godzilla, the Half-Century War, otherwise known as the best Godzilla comic I've ever had the pleasure of reading. I've read many Godzilla comics, ones from Dark Horse, ones from Marvel, even ones from the same company, IDW, and honestly, this is the best one I've read so far, so let's get going. Open the book. Half-Century War. Japan, 1954. We get to know the main character, Lieutenant Ota Murakami, just recently out of his teens, part of the Japanese self-defense force, and he's called into action. And he doesn't know what it is, but there's a Bigfoot, a really Bigfoot, waiting for him, and he is surprised. And who does it belong to? None other than Godzilla. Just epic. Anyway, this is Godzilla's first real appearance in the book, and he's wrecks house. Completely wrecks house, and they don't know what to or how to deal with this, and yeah, all they have is a tank. Anyway, Godzilla is wrecking Tokyo and ultimately returns to the sea. Then they flash forward a few years, and they are in Vietnam, and they are trying to track down Godzilla and destroy him, and they have masers to do it, but ultimately there's someone else pulling Godzilla's strings right now, and it also leads to the first appearance of another monster, Anguirus, and the art is just phenomenal. It really is. It's really good artwork. The humans have something to be desired, but it's more of a manga influence, where the monsters are super detailed and look like they do in the movies. So yeah, it's really fitting that Anguirus is the first monster Godzilla fights, because he was in Godzilla Raids Again, yeah, the second movie, where he first fought another monster. And yeah, this Godzilla and Anguirus fight, and yeah, in Vietnam, ultimately they realize something else, mainly Dr. Deverich and his psionic transmitter is calling monsters to the transmitter he created. And as the years go by, Oda is just watching the destruction of Godzilla and other monsters. Yeah. Anyway, as it goes by, Godzilla's just wrecking house in these cities against the other monsters, and it is epic. Really epic monster fights with really great artwork and other monsters from the series. Anyway, they corner Deverich, and yeah, Deverich, you sell out, get your hands up. Interestingly enough, if you read the back, Dr. Deverich, who's American, is actually a amalgamation of Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich. So Deverich, Devlin and Emmerich, Deverich. Yeah, I guess I didn't need to point that out, but I thought it was interesting. Anyway, Godzilla keeps going throughout the years, just completely wrecking the planet, which is what we pay for in a Godzilla comic, but I haven't seen it done this well before. And they keep coming up with new tech, from masers to Mecha Godzilla, just to deal with the Godzilla problem. And ultimately, they keep failing each time. Anyway, Devrich uses the most powerful psionic transmitter he's got, and it called something from space. Huge crystal structure. And it lands as Godzilla's observing. And, yeah, really great artwork. Space Godzilla appears. And people are just surprised that Space Godzilla is there. As you can see, Space Godzilla is really well drawn. Right in front of it, right in front of the crystal structure. Just like in the movie, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. People yell at Devrich, "You brought us another Godzilla!" Space Godzilla just hits Godzilla with his ray, and, yeah. This is just really great visual monster fighting. Even blocks Godzilla's blast with a crystal. And even Godzilla is surprised that that happened, you know? Anyway. Ultimately, it is 2002 in Antarctica, and Ota is an old man, and he is determined to finally destroy Godzilla after nearly a half century. It's 1954 to 2002, so it's 48 years, not 50 years. So it's not quite a half century, but it's close enough. Anyway, they've got Mechagodzilla upgraded, and ultimately most of the world is destroyed. They're in Antarctica, and King Ghidorah and Gigan are both a threat, and so is Godzilla, and they're all fighting. Ultimately, the question is, will Godzilla be able to succeed? Will Ota succeed? Will the monsters be dealt with? Will their new secret super weapon destroy the monsters? I don't want to give away the ending, but this is a really good book, and I would totally recommend it. Anyone looking for a good Godzilla book, the best Godzilla book, I would totally recommend Godzilla the Half-Century War. The artist and author was actually asked to do Godzilla Gangsters and Goliaths, another comic that I have, but he wanted to do his own thing, and IDW was gracious enough to let him, and thank God they did, because we got Godzilla the Half-Century War out of it. And honestly, it's the best Godzilla comic book I've ever read. So yeah, check it out, buy it at your favorite local comic shop. I don't know if it's still in print or not, but you can get it from IDW, I believe. So yeah, go support your favorite comic book shop and buy this. If you're a fan of Godzilla, if you're a fan of kaiju, if you just like good stories, if you like good monster action, this is up your alley. So, this is your friend the Connoisseur signing off. If you like this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah. I will talk to you later. Take care of yourselves. Peace.